to talk about Mackenzie Shirilla. She's the one who was responsible for the crash that happened when she went into a brick wall going over 100 miles per hour, which was featured on the Netflix documentary The Crash. And I'm like one of those people, as soon as I find something I really find interesting, I go all in. I start deep diving and looking at everything I can find about that topic to learn about it. And Mackenzie Shirilla is one of them. I've been doing a lot of digging, trying to learn new things, and I came across this post, and this is crazy to me. So Mackenzie has this Facebook page that's being ran by her mother, the mother we saw in the documentary, and she is saying some really out-of-pocket stuff on this Facebook page, and she's still sitting here dragging the hell out of Dom, Mackenzie's ex-boyfriend. As I was reading this post, it made me so angry, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels this way. So on April 16th, just weeks before the documentary came out, her mom posted, "Just in case some people didn't know, Mackenzie's boyfriend was a big-time drug dealer who sold drugs to all the kids in Strongsville High School and beyond. That was his entrepreneurial, why can't I say that word? Entrepreneurial ambitions that people have talked about. He also lived right across the street from the high school, but because of his mother's connections was allowed to set up shop there. Those are facts, so there's nothing libel or defamation of character being said. Mackenzie was convicted and is in prison because of one of the deceased's last name, Russo." And I mean, I feel like the mom really has no room to talk because Mackenzie got caught with shrooms, and it was a decent amount that they believe that she was trying to sell. So it seems like Mackenzie was doing the same stuff as well. But can't you just let the man rest in peace? Then shout out to the Shirilla the Killer YouTube page. I came across this post, and apparently Mackenzie was going to cosmetology school before she got arrested, and she left this cosmetology school a really bad review, and even made a video she posted on social media we're going to take a look at, where she was arguing with her teacher. So she ends up giving this cosmetology school a 1 out of 5 stars, and she said, "I was enrolled in the cosmetology program. At first I loved it until something happened. Miss Hassan, the teacher, started treating all her students terrible, but mostly picking on me. I have a weight issue and I bring smoothies in the morning to class, and it was completely fine, and all of a sudden it was not. And I was getting yelled at and targeted by her when multiple other people would bring food, drinks, and be on their phone, but only when I would do it, it's a problem." Okay, again, it seems like Mackenzie has like zero self-awareness and has a hard time taking any kind of accountability. So she goes on to say, "The male principals love to make young women not feel safe, as I was getting harassed in the parking lot by 3 men, and their problem solving was so suspended me and probably expelled me, which we got fixed because it was not okay for them to do that, especially to the victim. I'm not the only student who feels this way about her, and the school does not care at all, and they try to keep all this under the rug. This program is insane and a waste of money. Go here if you want your dreams killed, because she does not support strong personalities and your dreams. And did I forget to mention that anytime I walk in the school in my juicy couture jacket, she says that my midriff is showing, and it's inappropriate when it's literally a jacket, and it doesn't help that an old bald male is the one to tell me that my body is causing distractions when other women in the school wear crop tops, and they go as far as it is to pull me out of class to embarrass me when the problem has been resolved, and when I start recording they stop what they have to say because they know it's wrong. I would just go to the Aviata unless you want to learn how to strictly work on old and outdated hairstyling and learn nothing trendy or new hair after the year 2006. Don't go to the school. Miss Hassan is a dream crusher." Here's a video of her fighting with this cosmetology teacher, Miss Hassan, that she was talking about. And this all started because she ended up burning this girl's hair, and she was supposed to dye this girl's hair a certain color, and the hair turned out to become 2 different colors after she did it, and it was completely wrong. And then Mackenzie told her teacher, "Yeah, I got an appointment tomorrow." And the teacher was like, "What? Do you have like a passing grade or anything? You were not in the position to be doing anybody's hair yet." And she's like, "Well, I pay for this class," and she just got smart with the teacher.
For what? It's a privilege, right?
No, it's not. It's a part of their curriculum.
Yeah, if you
And I do what I do every day.
Do you have a passing grade at all?
I do. Okay, good. I'm gonna have a client tomorrow, though. Thank you. I appreciate your concern. I'm just gonna send you a voice message because it's easier. But like, apparently, the color that her hair turned was not how it was supposed to turn. Like, I don't know what color it was exactly supposed to be, but it messed up like during the processing time. And Jacelyn came over to me and Allie and was like Emma and like Jacelyn are trying to like keep Janicia from knowing, but like I do not even know. When I was looking at Janicia's hair, one side was like a red and the other side was like a maroon. Like they are two different colors. Like I feel bad for her, like honestly. And you need to get a facial every month. Your skin looking mad crusty and you have a pizza face.
I'm gonna send a voice message, but like I asked for a client and I told her I was having a client, which is Dom's mom, and she like pretty much like made her schedule free so I could like touch up her roots because she was in the hospital for like really long. So she was gonna come get her hair done by me. So I told Miss Asana I was gonna have a client, and then at the end of class, she pulled me over and told me that I was not allowed to have a client. And she was like, having a client is a privilege. And telling me that like all this shit, I can't have a client. I'm like, bitch, I paid $400 to come here and you're not gonna let me have a client. I'm done, bitch. Literally, I was working out with my one friend Grace, and she's obviously bigger than me, and I lost 15 pounds doing what she was doing. So that was really bad.
Then this is a document talking about Mackenzie having beef with her school counselor. So her school counselor like took her aside and she's like, yeah, when you get upset, I've noticed you have like this fight or flight response. Do you mind if I take note of that? And Mackenzie got an attitude and she's like, look, I don't need you to take note of that. I don't need you to sit here and tell my parents nothing because I don't get along with my parents anyways. And she said as soon as she turned 18, she's going to be moving in with her boyfriend Dom, and got an attitude with the school counselor. And this here is all the time she was getting in trouble at school. It says right here, after being seen by a teacher in the bathroom taking selfies, Mackenzie was asked to zip up her hoodie and go to class, which she responded by calling the teacher a effing bitch and a dumb bitch. And then there's another time that Mackenzie and another unidentified female, they got into a fight outside the school as they're exiting the building. Mackenzie allegedly said to another student, if I was a slave owner, I would have unalived you. The statement was made in addition to other comments made at lunch about the student. Although Mackenzie reportedly denied making the statement, at least 3 witnesses claim they heard her. And there's multiple times that Mackenzie has been accused of being racist. There's another time where an unidentified student reported that Mackenzie airdropped a meme of SpongeBob saying, I spy a N-word, with the ER at the end. At first, Mackenzie tried to say, oh yeah, I saw the meme, it got airdropped to me, but I immediately deleted it. But she then changed her story a few minutes later, stating that she never did receive such a meme, and this became just cause for emergency removal. The meme was reportedly seen on the phone and directly attributed to Mackenzie. And then there is a class where Mackenzie was seen playing a game on her phone, so the teacher told her to stop, and she's like, no, I'm playing a game with my mom right now. And Mackenzie told her, look, I'm playing with my mom. And the teacher was like, no, you need to stop now, get off your phone. And that's when Mackenzie ended up running to the restroom, and she ended up locking herself in a bathroom stall, and it took several teachers to address the matter with her and eventually get her to leave the bathroom stall after she made a whole scene. And there was a post of Mackenzie where she was holding up a sign that said end racism, and someone said, my daughter went to school with her, she's biracial. Kenzie used to throw the N-word around like crazy and it upset my daughter. When I approached her mother nicely about it, her mom told me they say it in rap music and she has black friends, so it's okay. And that's where my relationship with her mother ended. And someone came up in the comments and they said that they went into the school and they are the daughter and they can confirm everything they're saying. Then these are court documents from Shirilla the killer, where they ended up going and finding her comments from her social media page. And there's one where she says, no one wants to be black, no one want to be black baby. And then she said, who the F wants to be black? And these are in court documents where she's saying super egregious things about other races, and just goes to show that Mackenzie is a piece of freaking work, and she belongs where she is. Not only is she an unaliver, a schmurderer, I gotta say it that way because of YouTube TOS. Not only is she that, but she's just a terrible person all the way around. And what this person saying about her mother, trying to defend Mackenzie by saying that, I mean, just from that comment we saw, the mother's still dragging Dom just as a month ago. The mom's just as bad as Mackenzie, and now it makes sense where Mackenzie got a lot of it from, in my personal opinion. But you guys let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And yeah, the dad, he was a teacher, which was a surprise. I wouldn't have guessed he was a teacher of all things. But after the documentary came out, he ended up getting put on leave from his teacher job. I think he worked at like a Catholic school or something like that, and the parents were complaining nonstop. I don't think he's permanently fired, but he's on leave as of now. So let me know what you guys think about everything we talked about in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.